Relatives usually invest to support someone they care for because they want them to succeed. Compared to friends, relatives can be more skeptical about the project and more vocal about their opinions. Also, relatives seldom want to be publicly recognized as investors. Sometimes, they take on work in the daily operations of the organization. If they become involved in defining the strategy and have a managerial role, they can be called co-founders. If you have relatives who have been entrepreneurs, start by meeting them and explore whether your project is worth an investment. Be open-minded about their observations during the initial meetings. If they decline to invest, it is worth remembering that most ideas that don't get funded are bad ideas. So improve your idea. If you're about to receive funds from relatives as investors, make sure you have an agreed plan in place and establish a payback mechanism by resolving important questions such as these. Is this a loan to myself, to the business, or is it straight equity? When does the payback start and when does it end? What are the triggering points for payment? And what happens if things go wrong? Do they lose their funds? Also think if this is part of an inheritance. A special consideration in family investments relate to inheritance issues. Depending on the size of the investment, you might want to consult with an expert in inheritance taxes. Family investments face two main challenges: well-intended but ill-prepared advice and family politics. If the investor has no experience in the industry or in entrepreneurial activities, you must carefully evaluate his or her advice. It is also critical to define what power the investor will have in the decisions of the firm. Concerning family politics, there is no clear advice on how to manage it. I have found, however, that it is best to keep the details of the investment private between the parties involved. Many founders do not seek funds from relatives because they fear, and rightly so, that the relationship will change. Well, as long as there is an investment, the relationship does change. You end up talking about the new organization all the time. To protect your relationship, make sure you separate business meetings from personal time in which you don't discuss business. I once invested in my daughter's firm, and we struggled to find time to talk about non-business related items. It had become so pervasive that my granddaughter, then 5 years old, asked me to have a meeting. What kind of a meeting? I asked. A business meeting, she replied. We had become so used to discussing business issues that it had impacted everyone. Finally, to manage family investors, make sure you provide timely information, good and bad, about the business. Log into your course at the Wealthing Institute for more information, examples, and templates.